G'day all, how you going? This is Sin here from the Terrascape server. I am doing a video on enderman farms. That's where I am at the moment on the server in the end. I originally saw a video by a fellow named DOCM77, I call him Dockham. He built an enderman farm that was, the base of it was about 17 by 2 blocks. Had an automatic kill mode basically, so that endermen fell, they died, or you could raise the floor up 1 square and all the endermen would have half a heart, 1 hit, 1 kill. So it was XP or kill farm. Now he originally got his idea from a guy named JL2579. I've seen both videos, both pretty cool. Now I like the idea of the farm, it was really good, but I kind of thought there was a way to improve it. I didn't like the idea of having the collection area being that large. I preferred, well, I wanted to have it smaller, and I actually discussed it with a fellow Terrascape player, Xenia, good buddy of mine, and he had some good ideas about it, and so I decided to give it a shot, and I built this one here. Now it's a 2x2 collection area. As you can see, it's in the water, in the kill mode, so basically they just die as they fall. Plenty of ender balls there. There's the lever for the platform to be raised, which is glowstone underneath there. Now I've got the enchantment table over there. I put in the potion stands over here before I realised potions don't actually do anything to enderman, unless of course you want to heal them, which doesn't really help us here. Just left them there for now, not really fussed with it. You can see the water all the way around the outside. The water goes all the way across the roof. It's basically to stop endermen from teleporting anywhere else. The only place they can actually teleport to is the stairs here, which is a 3 high area. Everywhere else is only 2.5. Same down here, which means you bump your head a little bit when you come off your mine cart right here. Now the actual area is like 200, I think 200 squares away from the edge of the island, just to make sure I wasn't going to get well, basically get the maximum out of the trap that I could. You see by the squares there and by the Y coordinate, I'm basically as low as you can get without falling out the end of the world, which was what I was aiming for. That's what I was going to show you down here. I've got just through here. There's the platform there. Nothing special, you know, just 4 pistons, glowstone on top, up, down. Red wire goes to here, or redstone up to there. That's where the lever is on the other side of that block. Yeah. Let me just do this so I can pick stuff up again. Like so. So yeah, that's where they land and hopefully die. So if I flip the switch here, they land, actually punch one, punch die, punch die, punch die. Yeah, that's the way it works. It's pretty simple, and you can see they gather up pretty quick. In testing it out, I can get roughly level 30 from 0 experience. I can get to level 30 in about 3.5 minutes, which is not too bad. It's pretty quick. It's probably the quickest way we have of getting to 30 at the moment on the server. I don't know if we can speed it up any more than that. Probably could by adding more levels to it, but the way in which this trap actually works is the higher up you go, the more sticky pistons and repeaters and redstone and all that sort of stuff you're going to need. And it actually gets to be quite a lot of resources that you need. So what I'll do is I'll go up. This part here, this lever, is something that actually went wrong on the actual server. It's a bit of a glitch with the pistons. The pistons push the enderman out and down basically the main chute, and what I found was happening was a lot of the pistons were actually getting stuck in the extended position and not retracting, and sometimes also the blocks were actually getting left out and the piston was retracting even though it was a sticky piston. So I don't know what's going on with that, and the longer you sort of left it, the more pistons that actually glitched out, and it kind of took away from the effectiveness of the trap. So I rigged this up, basically it's just hit the switch, sends up a power signal all the way up to the top to every piston in the entire trap to extend them all, and then so I leave it there for a bit and then obviously turn it back again, and that'll retract all the pistons, and I've found that actually resets every piston in the trap, so then it goes back to being full efficiency again, hopefully. I do get one death from the fall when the pad is actually extended upwards. Every now and then I get one die. Not that often, but yeah, I don't really know how to sort of fix that. So for now, I'll go up there. I'll show you a look at everything and how it all sort of works from here. So as you can see, there's the trap coming now. Just down. There's the obviously the whole thing there. I'll just put a piece of glowstone there for the hell of it. Yeah, and just here you can see the torches, one off, one on, off and on, all the way up. And that area there, this is just the chute leading all the way down to the collection area. Now this is where the first level of the trap is. So as you can see, there's 2 pistons on each side. Now I believe in Dockham's or JL2579's trap, first level was 16 or 17 long and 2 wide. They only had the pistons going on 2 of the sides. They didn't have anything on the ends. This is the way in which I found that you could actually shrink the collection area down to a more manageable area, 2x2, by having 2 on all 4 sides. And then going up to the next level is 4 on each side there and 2 on each side there. Now of course you could probably do it like a big funnel shape instead of a big wedge shape and have 4 on all 4 sides. I kind of thought about it, but then I sort of thought the collection area would be larger, but the resources would be larger as well. I didn't really know about doing it that way. I kind of prefer to just sort of stick to something a bit more manageable by just leaving it at 2 wide. You'll kind of see what I mean when I get up to the top. I'll show you. Look there. This is the reset system there. Just the wiring going all the way around the outside, leading to all the pistons. So I'll go up the top. There's a bit of risk in doing this, so I may aggro an enderman and he may decide to come up and punch me in the face. But we'll see how we go. As you can see, the top's all half slabs laid all over the top just to prevent any enderman from sort of spawning up here. You do get the odd enderman teleport up here. It's a bit rare though. So as you can see down there, I'm not going to look too long, but that seems to be a pretty good view of it. Right, and the way it works, so you can see this top level, I don't know how many long that is, but it's a fair few. Now, you can see the tiers going down. At each tier I have the vines with the buttons surrounding it, which was Dockham's idea, well, what I picked up off of Dockham's video, and this is how I adapted it. Because each tier goes one further out than the next lower tier. So the problem I was having when I first did it was, say an enderman spawned on this pad here, he got pushed out, fell all the way down, landed on those pads down there where the crosshairs are, and would take damage. Then get pushed all the way down to the center of the trap, which is right there, would then fall through the vines there and fall the 43 squares, which is supposed to be where they take their damage, down to half a heart. But of course they've already fallen once, they've already taken some damage, they'd die when they get to the bottom. Hence the vines at the side there. So every time they fall off one of these pads here, there's vines just above those 2 pads there. They hit those vines, they land gently, they take no damage, they get pushed down all the way down to the bottom, and yeah, hopefully don't take any damage before they hit bottom. Yeah, and then you can one-hit kill them or already have them on kill mode. So that's basically the idea. It's pretty simple, just resource intensive. You could continue this up, I believe it goes up to 128 Y coordinate. Maybe one day I'll decide to extend it more, but each level obviously that I extend it up, I have to do not only the all the pistons there. It's taking, I think at the moment, nearly a complete stack of sticky pistons per level, half a stack of repeaters per level, complete stack of the pressure plates. Yeah, it gets a bit a bit resource intensive. And then not only that, but for the reset button there's a few repeaters, a lot of redstone, yeah, and a torch or two per level. So yeah, it does tend to build up the higher you go, but worth the effort. I've done a lot of enchanting, and I did it in a pretty short amount of time to get some pretty decent items here, as you can see. They're not too bad. That one's a bit average, but yeah, pretty good. So I basically just got all my gear and just sat in there for a few hours and did all my enchanting, and yeah, I can't remember how many I did, but it was mind-numbingly long. Yeah, so that's the trap. I hope it gives some people some decent ideas. Maybe they'll want to try it. Me and Xenown, we're talking about being able to reduce it, like I said, down to a 1 square collection area, which is possible, but you have to raise the entire trap up a few squares higher, so you have another layer of pistons being able to push everything back to 1 square, and then being able to figure it so that the 3 pistons that would push it from a 2x2 square to a 1x1 square, you'd have to have the pistons going from one side, so 2 pistons from here pushing that way, 1 piston pushing that way, which would leave that square over there kind of in limbo. So you probably have to have 2 pistons, and have them alternating so that the 2 on these 2 squares here don't impinge on each other. I don't know how that would work. Maybe someone will be able to figure that out. Yeah, but that's the trap. That's how it works. It seems to work pretty effectively, pretty quickly, and yeah, endless ender balls and loads of experience. So yeah, hope that's helpful to some people, gives you some ideas. If you have any problems with it, any ideas for improving it, any critiques, anything, let me know. And yeah, enjoy. Okay guys, so I'm back with some news on the enderman farm. Since I last recorded, which was quite a while ago, there have been some updates to the enderman farm, predominantly by Cobalt 5 and Xenown. Let's have a quick look at them. What's basically happened is we've expanded it and prettied it up, so it's a lot bigger than it was before. We've got a potato farm in here, there's a furnace there to cook them up in, some chests of storage, launcher for the minecart track, more storage for minecarts, etc. Stairway leading up to the main area. As you can see, there's the enderman trap there. It's in the kill mode at the moment. This was something I added after the last video as well, but before we did all these changes. It's simply 2 dispensers hooked up. Now basically you can just shift click entire piles of ender balls into the dispenser. It's a lot quicker basically to get rid of them than going into your inventory and just moving them out by hand. Once you've got all your ender balls in there, you can just flip the switch, which is hooked up to a repeater down below, or it's like a little clock setup which ticks quite often, and whatever you've put in there will disappear quite rapidly. So I'll just show you quickly with this. So you can see ticking down quite fast like that. So yeah, just a way to get rid of your ender balls nice, quick and easy. Got some storage here, a couple of chests full of ender balls, so people can come and grab them. Random storage for people, probably if you come here and, I don't know, want to throw stuff in there, whatever. Some food. We have the enchanting table and the anvil. Now all of this design and all why it looks so pretty, and the anvil and the enchanting table. I had the enchanting table here before. The anvil was an addition by Cobalt, as well as the size of the entire farm. After we'd actually finished doing that, Xenown had expressed a desire to put in a beacon, which he kindly donated all the iron for, and the beacon itself, which, as you can see, has speed and regeneration on the sides here. Regeneration is basically so you can go up, you can hit endermen to your heart's content. When your hunger goes down, you don't have to worry about it. Essentially, you'll regenerate any damage that hunger will cause you, and you don't have to worry about eating or taking care of anything. So yeah, so it's a pretty nice setup. The speed actually does speed up your hitting a little bit, we've found, which is why we have this obsidian plaque at the back there. We kept losing glass out the back there. I think people kept going a little bit crazy with it. So yeah, it's all looking pretty groovy. Matter of fact, it looks great. It's quite a large area now, all covered by water to prevent enderman spawning. Same with the beacon over here, so you can't have any enderman spawning in there. Everywhere else is 2.5 high, including the stairway. The only place they can spawn is they can sort of drop down the bottom there and teleport into this square here where the ladder is. So I have a plan to sort of put a half slab there and just sort of step it across so that there's a ladder there, so it's always 2.5 high, water on top, no spawning, no teleporting. Put water underneath the second lot here, so that'll take care of any problems there, and we'll see how we go with it. So yeah, just an update to it. For some reason those guys decided to live. Yeah, so that's it. It looks quite sexy. Leave a comment, let us know what you think. See you guys.